In winners, I just got
I started counting in 2009.
Okay, so you started counting when I graduated high school. Fair enough.
These tournaments started in like 95.
Fair enough. So tradition dating all the way back to 1995. A tradition that is barely, I think, just by 2 years predated by the Trenton Thunder, if I'm not mistaken. Because I was there, because I would have a few Trenton Thunder games right when they started up, like back when. Because their first couple years, they were actually a Red Sox farm team. Like Nomar Garciaparra went through there. I'm sorry, I'm talking baseball. Anyway, it's going to be Sink who's swinging for the fences against DK, who's a power hitter in his own right, Ryan Howard-esque, if you could say anything like that. Mashes out, does Sink. So Rice, with that down air, is going to step into the batter box and see what this Wolf can throw at him. Looking like it's all heaters from Sink thus far. But Rice is piling it on. Back airs, tries to waveland, but well read by Sink, who's going to keep applying the pressure. But Rice, an incredibly hard worker, who's trying to find that back air, just barely mistimes it. But he does eventually connect in neutral, and Sink is going to have first blood drawn from him as Rice knocks that one out of the park. And a string of back airs once again into dash, looking for the spike. However, Sink makes him pay on the whiff punish with the back air. Spot dodge into up air, up tilt, excuse me, from Rice. And that was the up air. And so he has Sink down to his last stock. I can foresee, if he's having this much trouble with the up air, I can foresee him going to Town and City in game number 2. Highest competitive ceiling in Smash Brothers. However, he will have a heck of a time getting his, and for the time that it's an Omega stage, which, you know, is definitely sizable. Oh my! Then Rice might have a harder time landing, but Rice having no troubles on Pokemon Stadium. That's a 2-stock victory for the young man in Sink. He's going to have to find his way back into this by hook or by crook. In losers finals, there is a Christmas awaiting for one of these two. It's going to be a potential celebration for the NJIT, man. But Sink and Rice going to be looking for a momentum changer or maintainer here as we go to Kalos for game 2. So a bit more of a spacious stage here for Wolf. It's still relatively decent on the sides as well, but you do have a pretty big ceiling and a lot of space with which to work. So DK is going to be looking like he's playing in molasses compared to the last stage on Pokemon Stadium 2, perhaps. Oh my! Just as I say that, Rice. I mean, what's molasses to a monkey, man? Holy smokes! Some absolute animalistic strength coming through and approaching and killing with the forward air. And now Wolf on the warpath, trying to even things back up. So he'll have 2 stocks to do it. Unfortunately, will prime. Excuse me, Sink. Wall jump back to the side with the side B. Excuse me. Back air is going to take that first stock, and he's only taken 9% damage thus far, so well done by the young man. But trying to give himself a little bit more space with which to work. But he's also not camping him out, which is respectable. When you have advantage, you got to make sure it's applied, and Wolf definitely does have the comboing ability to take advantage of whatever disadvantaged state Rice finds himself in. Looking for the forward air, however, DI's away, does Sink. Cargo throw, however, might be a little too much. Oh, what a tech by Rice at 146%. He'll be looking for it again, never mind the up B. And Rice once again deals with the problem on the side of the stage. And he takes Sync down to his last stock of winner's side, or excuse me, of the tournament. We're on losers now. Time flies when you're having fun, folks, and apparently so does Wolf. Forward tilt, caught by the laser, and at 219, this Donkey Kong hanging on somehow. However, that neutral air will send him flying, and indeed take Rice down to his final stock as well. So some work to be done, but certainly not unfeasible for a player of Sync's caliber, a PR man himself. Combinations by this Wolf, doing incredibly well to keep himself in advantage and even this thing back up. He'll try to make it back, but is unable to do so, not nearly enough range. And just like that, Rice, by a score of 2-0, will find himself in loser's final against Christmas.